I saw The Mummy. It took a while, but I finally saw The Mummy, and directed by Alex Kurtzman. The dude went on interviews and he said it's gonna be in the same vein as the old ones. It's gonna be like the horror drama films that they were, more about the character wanting to be a human being and how humanity looked at them. And we're not even gonna change the looks of them. But when he made it a girl, she does change the look entirely, which is cool though. I thought it was cool that they did that look, but they already made him a liar. And 2, they're not a horror film. It's just the 1990s one, but not as good. So you got Tom Cruise. He's a thief, criminal, kind of like Brendan Fraser was. And you got this smart hot girl who has an accent, kind of like the other smart hot girl with an accent. What's her name? Rachel Weisz. And you have a friend of Tom Cruise, just like Brendan Fraser had that dude he kept stealing from. She had a brother who kept tagging along, who's just an idiot. And they go on an adventure because there's a curse and a mummy who wants revenge for an old love. Exactly the same idea as this one. Except this one, because it's starting off the Dark Universe, they're the Avengers with monsters. The whole movie is spent explaining to you the movie you're watching. It starts off with Russell Crowe telling a bedtime story, and he has a nice voice, so it's nice to listen to a bedtime story from him. But I was like, alright, now I know what happens. Then they discovered a tomb, and they explained further the same exact story. Then, halfway through the movie, you meet whatever his name is, Russell Crowe. Not a spoiler, he's Dr. Jekyll. They said that in the trailer. He explains again who Amenet is. It's the name of the mummy. Further on her story, her history, her blah blah blah. And then, even to the last minute of the movie, they are explaining to you the history of this person. This movie is exposition. It is exposition like crazy. It's the most exposition I've seen in a movie ever. The whole movie is an explanation of the movie. And besides that, they also rip off American Werewolf in London. If you've seen that movie, you'll notice it when you see it immediately. For a long time. And it wasn't as good as the 1990s one, which you're trying to copy, except adding a book to set up the Dark Universe. So, this movie's not good at all. The good parts, Dr. Jekyll is cool. The idea is cool. Tom Cruise is likable, even though he's the Brendan Fraser ripoff. Kinda. The other actress is not likable whatsoever, and that's about it. The action's filmed good. Sophia Boutella is good as the mummy. She is a cool type of mummy. You know, she has the same exact powers as Imhotep. The unkillable super strength, and can do the whole watch me make my face out of sand thing. She's not afraid of cats though. That wasn't proven in this movie. But other than that, this movie had nothing really going for it. It wasn't a disaster. It's not the worst thing ever. You're not gonna watch it and be like, ah! But it's a minor little cool thing sprinkled in. The mummies are underwater. That's kind of cool. Action's filmed good, but had this film been a horror movie, I think it would have been a great idea. The Dark Universe. What's dark about it? Maybe they're all horror films. But no, they're all going to be action films with famous people. So, it's a bad way to start off the universe. But, just like the DCEU, they didn't start off fantastic for like 3 straight movies. And the 4th one was good. So maybe the next one will be good, maybe the 4th one will be good. Fingers crossed, maybe they listen to the critics and say, maybe you could do, I don't know, make it different. It wasn't really different. They added a girl as the mummy, which is cool, and that's like as far as the different goes. She's Imhotep, but a girl. She had the same exact story, same exact powers, and he's Brendan Fraser, but Tom Cruise, so he runs and screams a lot. And she's the same exact character as Rachel Weisz, except not as likable or as useful as Rachel Weisz was in the 1990s one. So, if anyone saw it, if anyone's even watching, let me know what you thought.